Good evening, everybody. Happy Monday. So, as always, with all of these live classes, I'll give everybody a couple of minutes to get here, get settled in. All you need today is a mat or towel and some water. So we'll give everybody a little bit of time. Hope you are all well. We are going to be starting seated. So and join when you are ready. I think I might have been a bit keen today. So yeah, come and sit in a seated position. So you know that if you kind of feel like you're in this like rounded position here, grab a pillow or a cushion and sit up on it. So yeah, we're just going to start in a seated position. Hope the start of everybody's week is going well. Hopefully this is the last week of this set structure of live classes. So Monday, Thursday, Saturday. Just waiting to see what the shielding advice will be for me at the end of the week, and then I will let you know. But hopefully that means that we can see each other in person again, which will be nice. But I will be keeping at least one class live. So I will let you know when I know. Okay, so start seated. Just a little reminder that if you need something to lift your hips up to stop that rounding, like Mr. Burns thing, then grab a pillow. And we're just going to start off with a little bit of neck love. So you can start with your hands on your knees or in your lap. And we're just going to draw small circles with the nose. So small circles with the nose going one way. I've sort of started with a medium circle, and then I'm going to make it nice and big. So think about squeezing a pencil between your shoulder blades. Or I can really feel this in the sides of my neck. There's like a popping sensation going on. If you find anywhere that's particularly nice, you can just rock back and forth. I really like to do this with my eyes shut. Okay, come to center. We're going to start again with that circle, but going the other way. And then making it bigger when we've all warmed up. Thinking about that pencil between our shoulder blades, so nice open chest. And again, if you find a place that feels really good, you can stay there, just going back and forth. Okay, come to sit up. We're going to interlace our fingers behind the head. So I will talk about it soon because we are going to do some abs, but that little neck hammock. So you're going to point your elbows out, and then if you can, chest is forward. You're going to kind of push your elbows back. So breathe in, really stick your chest out, look up. Breathe out. You're slowly going to round through the spine. Elbows come in, chin to chest. So just gentle pressure on the head here. I'm not pushing, I'm just letting the weight of my hands come down onto my head. So you should be feeling a big stretch down the back of the neck. So start thinking about those big breaths now. So feeling your belly expand and contract. So as the air comes in, belly expands. As you breathe out, air travels up. Okay, elbows are going to come wide. We're going to slowly roll up. Again, elbows out and back. Look up. Big breath in, sit nice and tall. Breathe out. We're going to go over to the left. Breathe in. Breathe out, come to center. Again, try and stretch up and out. Look up. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then we're going to go over to the other side. Come to center. I'm just going to turn myself so feet facing the top of my mat. You're going to bring your arms out. Again, think about that nice straight back, sticking your chest forward. Breathe in, breathe out. Slow as you can go. You're going to roll down. So think vertebrae by vertebrae down. Slow as you can go. Should be really nice on the spine. We're waking up through the core. Slow, slow, slow. Good. Just going to push myself forward a little bit. When you get down, we're going to take a full body stretch. So reach the hands up, extend the legs. Breathe in, really stretch. So sometimes I like to think, it's very strange, but like I'm on a medieval torture table and I'm being stretched out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in again. Really stretch out. On your breath out, bring your hands, palms down to the floor. You're going to scoop the chest up, shoulder blades in and down. So again, broad open chest. Now we are going to get into some ab work. You do not want to do some ab work, and you've been working with me like this whole time. You know you've got a ton of things you can do. We are going to take some moments for a bit of stretch in between moves, so you can just wait for us. So palms down. You're going to breathe in, breathe out. Try and bring both knees in at the same time. You're going to interlace your fingers and give yourself a big hug. So breathe in and out. Oh, that should feel really nice. Just gentle rock side to side. Good. So interlace your fingers again. Leave your thumbs out. They're going to come up and over and behind the head. Now, we know that we're squeezing our tailbone up. So we go from lower back being up off the floor. Opposite thing happens. It's like I'm trying to lift my bum up off the floor. Hip points shine up. That's going to engage our abs already. And then now we're going to leave the knees over the hip points. If that gets too much for you, bring your knees in slightly. I'm pointing my feet. So I'm pointing my feet out. So just here already, you should already feel your core waking up. So just play with that a little bit. Try and lift your bum up off the floor, and you should get a little bit of a shake. And then bring it down. So you're trying to keep your lower back engaged on the mat the whole time. Okay. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come up, head, neck, and shoulders up. So come down. So breathe out as you come up. Hold. In as you come down. Now I want you all to move at your own pace, but make sure it's slow. So breathe out as you come up. Hold for a second. In as you come down. You're really thinking about upper abdominals, lower abdominals squeezing together. Lower back is stamped down. Core is engaged. We're going to do 2 more. 1 more. Okay, keep your head, neck, and shoulders up. We're going to bring the palms around, facing the ceiling. Try and lift your shoulders up a little bit more. Breathe in and out here. Space between your chin and your chest. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And relax. Bring both feet down to the floor. You're going to squeeze one knee up now. So squeeze it into your chest. And you're just going to go gently back and forth. So you can extend the other leg out if that feels good for you. We're just gently rocking back and forth. So over towards the armpit and then to the center. You might get a bit of clicking here. Again, that's fine. If you've got any pain, just keep it in one place and really squeeze it up. Good. Okay, back again. Knees over the hip points. Interlace the fingers behind the back of the neck. So find that engagement. Breathe in, breathe out. Head, neck, and shoulders are up. Now, toes tap down. Breathe in to center. Out as you go down. Into center. Out as you go down. Now, if this is a bit too much for you, you can bring the head, neck, and shoulders down. Everybody, feel kind of your core bracing as you bring your leg back in. So that's when we're really trying to keep our lower back stamped down to the mat. The further you tap your toes out, the more of a challenge this is going to be. Again, all in your own time, but really slow and controlled movements. The slower you go, the more you're going to feel this. Okay, one more each side. Good. Now, left knee, we're going to squeeze it in. Either right foot comes to the floor or extends out. And again, going to go from the center of the chest with the knee over towards the armpit. And back and forth. Bringing that hip into socket. Good. Letting the abdominals relax a little bit here. We've got one more kind of strengthening, crunchy move, but remember, crunch happens in your core, not in your neck. Okay, when we're ready, knees come back over the hip points. We're going to start with the neck hammock, so we're coming up. We're going to do a bicycle crunch. So left elbow over towards the right knee. This time we're going to extend kind of out. So instead of it being down, I want to kind of imagine if you're in a room, the kind of the corner of the room, so the bit where the wall meets the ceiling. So that's where your toe points out to, because I want us to really think about crunching over. So instead of just kind of elbow to knee, really thinking shoulder to knee. Breathe into center. Change. Breathe out. We're going to hold it here. So really working on trying to get the shoulder over to the knee. Center. Now, arms come out. Extend. Breathe in. Breathe out. We're going to go up and over to the other side. So a few in your own time. Really reaching that foot out. Hands reaching out. Onto center. And over. Don't forget to breathe. Now for the last few, instead of extending the foot out, we're going to add in that toe tap. Bring it into the opposite oblique. And breathing out as I cross over. So as I'm reaching out, breathing out, breathing in as I'm coming to center. A little bit more. I'm going to do one more each side. Good. Come to center. Squeeze both knees in again. Gentle rock back and forth. And then we're going to take a happy baby pose. So first, you're going to take the hands to the outside of your feet. So you can't do both. You're just going to do one and then change over. So outside, and then you're thinking about squeezing your knees into your armpits. Now, bum can come up. Then have a little play with straightening one leg, bringing it back into the armpit, then the other. I said armpit a lot today. And then try straightening both legs. And then try changing the grip to the inside of your arches. And then the last one you can do is you can grab your big toes as you lengthen your legs and your arms out. So just a little bit of playtime, a bit of love for the lower back. Okay, come in. Now we're going to cross the legs over. So we're going to do a little rock and roll to come up to seated. That's not for you. Just come to the side and then come up to seated. So we're just going to do 3. So feet come up and then roll up. So you guys know I love doing this one. It's really good for my back. Do 3. Coming to all fours and then through, finding the center of your mat. So we're going to take it straight to cat-cow. So belly comes down, open up through the chest, and then arch the back, chin to chest. So breathe in to come down, and then out. Belly button to spine, really push away. One more, breathe in. And breathe out. Come to neutral spine. So wrists underneath the shoulders, knees under the hip points, and we're shining the fronts of our elbow creases forward, and then just a soft bend in the elbows. So you're going to extend through the right foot. You're going to draw a circle in towards the left knee with the big toe. When we get out as far as we can, you're going to squeeze the knee in to the left knee. So you should really feel that kind of compression in your left side. And then draw the circle with your big toe across and out as far as you can. As far as you can go. Finding the compression in your right side. And then we're going to draw that circle over as far as we can go. And then when you can't go any further, bend the knee, squeeze it into the left. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then draw the circle out. So you bring the breath in. Nice, big, deep, full breaths. One more. We go. Good. So again, we're playing with the hip in socket. We're also working the side body here. Okay, over to the other side. So first, left foot back. We're going to draw a circle round. As far as we can go, then bend the knees, squeeze it in. Come out, toe goes out as far as we can go. Really think about even weight through your shoulders. So that tea tray on your back here, trying to keep your favorite biscuits, your favorite beverage on it. Squeeze in. Breathe to come out. Now you know what you're doing, you don't need to look at me, so look down between your hands. Come out as far as you can go. Then last time, big toe drags down and around. And then bend the knees, squeeze squeeze it in, tuck it behind the right knee, and then out and around as far as you can go. Good. Slide it back. Bring the knee in. You're going to walk the palms forward. Nice wide fingers. Arms are going to rotate. Front of the elbow creases forward. You're going to come onto the toes. Peel the hips up. Downward facing dog. So you're going to pedal through the feet here. So one heel down. Then the other. I'm just shaking my head a little bit so that I'm not holding in the neck. I think this might be our only downward facing dog today. So make the most of it. So I'm just going to spend a moment here. So you're imagining you're pushing down now, finding stillness, pushing down with your heels. Doesn't matter if they get to the ground or not. Toes point in to each other slightly. So inner thighs are kind of squeezing together. Biceps rotate forward so they're by the ears. Breathe in, breathe out. You're going to slowly crisscross the feet to the front of your mat. So I'm slowly crossing the feet over. Just articulating through the feet. Try to keep my palms planted for as long as I can, but when I need to, I can move them. So nice and slow until you get to the front of your mat. Now, feet can be hip width apart or flush together. You decide, and you're going to bend over, grasping opposite elbow. Knees can be as bent as you like. I'm just going to rock side to side. Okay, now fingertips to the mat. We're going to come to flat back position here. So straighten the legs as much as you can. You're on your fingertips. Bum is pushing out, and we're trying to find that figure 7 position here. So nice flat back. Look down, breathe in, breathe out, round over. You're going to cross the left foot behind the right. And try and keep planted in the outsides of both of your feet. Left hand is going to come to the mat, and we're going to draw like a bow and arrow, opening up. I'm light on the fingertips. Good, come to center. Just going to go back the other way. So first walk your left foot in front and then right foot behind. Keep pushing through the outsides of the feet, really important. Left fingertips come down, and then we're doing that bow and arrow action. Come over. Now your arms might come kind of really straight and wide. If you can do that, great. If you're like me and you're very tight through the chest and shoulders, I mean, you might not even come to where I am. You might be down here. That is all good. That's why we are here. Kind of rinsing out through the back. Breathe in, breathe out. You're going to bring both the feet back together. Now, we're going to slide the hands to the shins. Loop the shoulders, push away, find that flat back position here. Breathe in, really stick your bum back, head forward. Breathe out, come down. Now, if the feet aren't together, bring them together, except for a little bit of space between the heels, like a thumbprint of space. Chair pose. So first, really push your bum back, then come down, knees bend. Breathe in, fingertips come down and up. Sit down nice and low. Chest is open. So nice and low. Your weight should all be in your heels, so you should be able to pick your toes up. Now, it doesn't matter if you're here, wherever you're feeling today, be there. Now, everybody that is not pregnant, hands come to the heart. We're going to take a twist. So outside of the left arm comes to the outside of the right leg. Sit low, push away. So really pushing away from the legs. If you are pregnant, you can stay where we were, taking breaks when you need to. Breathe in and out. Come back to center. Keep the legs bent. We're going to the other side. Coming over, push away. Really sticking the bum back. Here, away from the shoulder. Last breath in. Breathe out. Come to center. We're all going to straighten through the legs. Round over. Now we can clasp opposite elbows again. Let's take a gentle rock side to side. Okay, last flat back here. You're going to slide the hands now all the way up to the thighs. Knees are as straight as you like. Loop the shoulders. Push away. So you've got 3 versions here. You pick the one that feels best for you. This is the one that feels great for me. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now you're going to step the right foot back. High lunge. So first we're going to find that good form. If this is too much for you today, come to low lunge. So we're on the back toes. First of all, we're going to bring the hands to the hips and come up. Now bend the back knee, bring it underneath you. Sit nice and low, then push that heel back. And then breathe in if you want to, and breathe out. Hands are going to come up. Just staying here for a couple of breaths. Really work on getting nice and low. Now hands are going to come to the heart if you want a bit more. Again, not for my lovely pregnant ladies. You're going to come up and over. So right arm to right thigh and push away. I know you can't see me here, but it's exactly the same thing that we just did in chair. Breathe in, breathe out, come to center. We're going to lower down. We're going to take runnage lunge now. So everybody lower that back leg. We're going to come back, bringing the left toes up towards the nose. Breathe in, look forward. Breathe out, round over. Take a couple of breaths here. Hips are in line. We're not coming all the way back. Although it looks kind of super fancy, like you're really flexible, you're actually getting a much bigger stretch in this position. Good. Breathe in, roll through that front foot. We're going to come to warrior 2 now. So you're going to come up on the back knee, off the back knee, sorry. Pivot the foot so the toes are pointing towards the right corner of your mat. And we're going to open up, warrior 2. So really push through the outside of this back foot. Really kind of squeezing this hip crease back and up. So just finding the form here. So this one is slightly less fiery than warrior 3. So this is your option if you want to go into full warrior 3. If you do, you're going to turn towards the right and then open up through the arms. Sink nice and deep so you can find that you can widen your stance here and then look forward. So try and keep your head, chest, belly button all the way in a straight line. So basically don't sit too far forward or back. That's kind of the temptation here. Center. Breathe. You're really pulling back through the left hip crease. Now take the fingertips behind you, interlace. We're going to turn the chest forward, and then first we're going to come hovering over that front leg. So I really want to think about pushing the crown of the head forward, keeping the weight through the whole of the back foot. You're either going to stay here or follow me all the way down, humble warrior. Fingertips are pushing up towards the ceiling. Crown of the head just hovering above the floor. Now really squeeze the legs together for balance. Maybe you can be wherever you like. You could be hovering, you could just be in warrior two, your choice. Big breaths, strong legs here. And then we're going to slowly come up, slow, 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 slow as you can go. As you're coming up, you're going to straighten, everybody straighten through the front leg. And relax. So, straight through the front foot, still keeping the weight through the back edge of the back foot. So, taking a little breather here, hands to the waistline, really scissoring back through the front hip. Okay, we're going to take pyramid pose here. So if you have been in warrior two, just want you to bring that front foot back slightly. Okay, now extend the arms out. So a bit like I'm a little teapot, we're going to tilt the hips back, breathe in. First, you're going to reach out as far as you can before you come down. Nice and slow, building strength in the side body here. You can grab onto the leg if you like, just no grabbing on the knee. And just make sure this front knee is soft, so it's not locked. And then open up. So I'm starting with my hand on my ankle. And then I'm going to work on a bit of a balancing posture here. So I'm just bringing my hand to the inside of my leg. And then thinking about that bow and arrow here. So nice, wide. It's a bit like a T shape, I guess. Head can be down, or you can look up. Just make sure if you feel any pinching here, you go back to looking down. Should really be feeling it in this right side. Breathe, 3, 2, 1. Bend through that front leg. Pivot on the back foot. We're going to step this back foot now back to meet the left. So barely tapping it down. You're now going to catch the same leg. So that right leg, you're going to squeeze it into chest. Now this is our balancing posture today. We have done it once before, so we're going into dancer. So your options are, you can come, so right hand's going to grab the foot. We're coming into that kind of quad stretch position. So you can stay here. So this is option one. I'm just going to move slightly further back on my mat. Coming around, finding that nice quad stretch. Now, if you want to follow me into this, we're going to change grip. So you're coming to the inner arch now. And what we're doing is we're bending slightly through that left leg and find something to focus on, kind of out and down. As we're tilting forward, bring that foot out. So I'm really finding that push and pull here. So I'm kicking my foot into my hands and squeezing my hands into my foot as I'm reaching out. So keep breathing here. Find something to look at. So find a focal point. Play with seeing how far you can reach out. Remember, it's absolutely fine to fall. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Really kick the foot into the hand, squeeze the hand into the foot, and then reach out with the front hand. Left knee is not locked. We're going to be here for 3, 2, 1. We're going to meet everybody who is just taking that quad stretch. We're going to come here. And then bring the foot down. So I'm going to pedal through the feet here a little bit. If you want to take a quick drink, please do. We do the same thing on the other side. So we're going to come to forward fold. So first of all, forward fold, so gentle rock side to side. And then find your flat back, so fingertips on the mat, shins or thighs. Breathe in, find that position. Breathe out, make sure shoulders are away from the ears as you find that flat back. Breathe in here. Breathe out, slide it down. Left foot is the one going back now. So high lunge or low lunge, your choice. Make sure knee is in line with the ankle. Hands to the waistline, up we come. So first of all, bend that back left knee, then push the heel out. Find that scissoring effect here. Hands can be at the waistline, or breathe in, bring them up. Make sure your ears are away from your shoulders. Remember, when you're breathing in, you're finding a place to lift. When you're breathing out, you're finding that place to ground. So everything that's touching the earth, make sure it's strongly touching the earth. Now we're going to take that twist if that's appropriate to you. Hands to the heart. Breathe in, think up and over. Outside of the left arm comes to the outside of the right leg. Really push away so I can kind of get the center of my palms to the center of my chest. Good. Come back to center. We're going to lower the back leg, taking that runner's stretch. So peel the toes up. Breathe in, look over. Breathe out. Round it down. You're doing really well. Roll through that front foot. We're coming to warrior two. So we're going to pivot on the back foot. So big toe points to the left corner of the mat. And we're going to come to warrior two first. So we're here, reaching up, finding that scissoring effect. Remember, we're making sure there's weight through the outside of that foot. Okay, warrior three, sorry. Just going to turn on my mat so you can see me. So make sure that if you're getting into a nice wide stance, you're widening your feet. Look towards the front fingers. Breathe in and out here. Make sure shoulders are away from the ears. Breathe in and out. Okay, then interlace the fingers behind the back. You're going to rotate the chest, look forward. Remember, you can stay here, or we're going to bend further into that front foot and coming to humble warrior. So it's like we're hovering over that thigh, head's coming, pointing out. You want to go further, we're going to travel down. Hands are going to come up towards the ceiling. Crown of the head to the mat, really pulling back through that front hip crease. Breathe with me. Big breath in. Out through the mouth. Slowly come up. Slow as you can go. And as we start to get to the top, you're going to straighten everybody through that front foot. Good. Now, if we were in warrior 3, it's going to walk that front foot back slightly. Good. Now, that kind of a little teapot move. It's the first time I've ever described it as that. Hands, palms face down. So tilt that back hip back. Coming out first as far as you can go. Before we come down. Pyramid pose. Remember, lots of options here. Be holding onto your ankle. There's no pressure on the knee. Nice soft bend in that knee. Or if you would like to hold a real side body strength here, just bring your hand to the inside of the leg. You can be looking up or down. Try not to kind of scrunch the front foot up. So try and keep those toes relaxed. One breath, breathe in. Breathe out, bend through the front foot. Front knee, I should say. Pivot on the back foot. We're going to step the back foot in to meet the front foot. Toes just coming down. And then bring the knee in to squeeze to the chest. I'm just going to come back on my mat a little bit. Step back a little for you. Good. Now, come to that quad stretch position. We all know that I love this one as a nice quad stretch. This time, I should have done it. Last time was kind of a nice reminder about your chest. You're going to bring the right hand to the center of the chest. So, this is good even if you're staying here to think about lifting up through the chest. In dancer, it's even better. So, we're going to try again on this side. Flip the palm to the inner arch. Make sure there's soft bend in the right leg. And first you're going to start by kicking that back leg out and leaning over. And then when you're ready, you can use the hand that's at your heart to reach out. So remember, you're finding that focal point out in front of you and down. Make sure it's something kind of on the floor or to the corner of the room. You're really kicking that foot into the hand, squeezing the hand into the foot. Woohoo! It almost fell over then. Someone said, I like it when you wobble, Hannah, or have to put your foot down. It reminds me that you're human. I can promise you that when I'm doing this stuff on my own, there is a lot of falling over. I'm trying new things, it's good. Remember, this is just a bit of fun. Bit of fun, strength, mobility, flexibility work. Last breath, 3, 2, 1. Slowly bring it in. Come down. Okay, we're going to come back to that forward fold position. Let everything round over. Final flat back position. So breathe in, slide the hands up if they are going up. Breathe out, find that push away. Breathe in, breathe out, come down. Last bit of work on the legs. You're going to bring the feet back together, except for some space between the heels. Bum down, we're coming into chair again. Just very quickly. If you want an extra challenge, you're going to come up onto the toes. Sit nice and low. This is called hummingbird. Nice and low. We're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the heels down, hands down. You're going to step one foot back. Then the other. We're just going to hold a plank. Lower the knees. And then bring the elbows to where the palms were. So we're going to take one of my favorite chest shoulder openers. Dolphin, you're going to walk the heels back. Bum up to the ceiling. And then your forehead will eventually come down to the mat. If you can't get it down, that's fine. Just leave it where it is. And then if, like me, you've got a bit of a shake going in the upper body, that's good. Stretching out the tight places. Really rotate your sit bone, so your bum bone up. And breathe deep. Good. Okay. And hands up towards you. So we're going to do really wide press-ups. So just a few press-ups. We are nearly done here. But I want your hands to be at the edge of your mat, and you kind of make like an L shape with your finger and thumb. Now you can be in tall press-up or on your knees. The closer your knees are into you, the easier this is going to be. We're going to go really slow. So all we're doing is 5. So we're going to go down, 2, 3, up. That's 1. Down, 2, 3, up is 2. So I'm alternating between my toes and my knees. Down, up, 4, down, 2, 3, up, last one, down, 2, 3, up, come back. We're going to come into child's pose. So big toes together, knees nice and wide. Bum back to the heels. Breathe in, really reach your fingertips forward. And breathe out, relax everything over. So forehead to mat again. When you breathe in, really feel your belly expand to your legs, but you should also feel a big stretch through your back. Then on the breath out, feel your sit bones melt down to your heels. Now for a bit more stretch through the arms, you're going to bring the palms together and then bring them behind the head, walking the elbows forward. So if you need to, take a peek at me. So the further you walk the elbows forward, the more you're going to feel this down the backs of the arms. And again, just work on those big, deep breaths. So release the hands down. You're going to come to all fours. So you can keep the feet where they are if that feels really nice for you. So if your knees are, if your big toes are together, knees are wide, that feels like a really nice position for you. Keep it there. If not, you can come to all fours. So your choice. I'm going to stick with the wide. You're going to bring the left hand into the center of the chest. Now first we're going to pull the bow and arrow to come out. Really reach fingertips up to ceiling. Breathe in, breathe out. You're going to bring that hand underneath. So it's kind of like an arch. You're going to go under. At the same time, you're going to rotate the inside of the elbow towards this thumb. So it's going from being forward to towards the thumb as you come underneath. That's going to mean that your elbow is pushing out to the left as you slide under. So you should be feeling a big stretch now through the right shoulder. If you want a little bit more, so my right ear is down to the floor if you can. If you want more of a stretch, you're going to pick the left hand up and then bring it to the small of the back. I actually can do this, feels fine, but I'm feeling it more kind of in my shoulder when I'm in this position. So that's where I'm going to stay today. Now I want you to start kind of bringing your breath back to normal. Back to center. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So right palm to the center of the chest. First, you're going to pull away with a bow and arrow. You reach up, fingertips wiggle a little bit, and then we're going to go underneath. But first, remember, front of the elbow crease is going to come towards the thumb as we bend that elbow. And then left ear down to the mat. If you can, the more you kind of reach your left fingertips forward, the more you're going to feel it down the back of the shoulders. And you can always pick that right hand up and bring it to the small of the back if that feels good for you. One more second here. Come back to center. Make my way through, and we are done today. Really good job, everybody. So I'm kind of asking if you can let me know going forward what we would like from the live class. So hopefully it will just be one a week, and the others I do will be normal participation classes that people can come to. So this is obviously when I've been given the go-ahead, so that might be next week, might be in a few more weeks, but we'll see. But I would like you guys to let me know which class you would like it to be kept as the live that you can join on YouTube. So we've obviously got strength and mobility, full body, and we've got HIIT. Now, if you kind of like the variety, I could kind of alternate it. So one week it's one, then another. If there's one in particular that you'd like, so yeah, send me messages about that. That would be really helpful, as all this kind of content is for you guys. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I will see you on Thursday. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.